Hi, viewers. Welcome to a new episode of Between Worlds, a real talk on mental health, wellness, and immigrant experience. We have been inviting special deep to our episode for awareing the community about mental health, what are the pros and cons. And today we have a real special guest from London, UK, an artificial intelligence expert and innovator, having more than 23 years of experience in innovation, and she has executive leadership transformation diploma from Oxford University, which is a reputed university worldwide. And she's working on AI at this moment, and she is a specialist in that regard. So today we are going to discuss with her about the connection between technology, AI, and mental health. So I'm pleased to welcome here Khushbu from London, UK. Hello, Khushbu.
Thank you so much. Hello, thank you so much for introducing me. And really,
Thanks for taking time out, like to help us in community awareness about mental health and AI and technology aspect. How you been?
yeah, I'm doing very well, and I'm very pleased to be here to be part of your podcast, so that I can be part of the awareness which you are already spreading. So it's a very good cause, and I'm really pleased to be here.
Thank you very much, Kushbu. So let's start with the topic. Since you are in this field for the last more than 23 years, technology is an era at this moment. Lot of innovations, and you are yourself an innovator. You know better than me and everyone. The technology is taking on everything, especially the artificial intelligence. So we are today now discussing what is the connection between this the ongoing improvements and innovations in technology and mental health. So my first question to you will be, how is everyday technology, especially smartphones and social media, reshaping the way we experience stress, anxiety, and connection across different cultures, especially culturally and linguistic diverse community? What are your views?
Yeah, very good. The thing is that smartphone is a device, right? Just a tool. The use of the smartphone is really in a better way, because you can call to each other, you can connect to the people whom you want to talk with, and then you can connect with the emergency services as and when you need it. So it is definitely improving your lifestyle. The real impact has come when it has start giving you the options where you can download number of games, number of application. Now it totally depends upon a particular personality, that what kind of games, what kind of applications you are downloading. Now, since there is no such restriction, and whatever you want you can do, and people are downloading a number of social media apps which are actually causing the pro and cons at the both side. Certain social media apps are really good. I will give you an example of like Google Classes, YouTube Classes, or let's say WhatsApp, which is giving you an opportunity to connect better through videos, through calling at a free of cost to the people. Let's say my parents are living in a village, and it is such a easier thing for me to call from London to India in a village, and I can connect with them, I can show, and I can meet them, and that's such a healthy way for me to see them, and they can see myself. But at the same point of time, if we are using and giving a lot of time into the apps which are just sharing the information, false information, and you are spanning and you are becoming glue, and you are glued to those kind of content where you are not connecting to the people who are in front of you, who are sitting on the dining table along with you, then it is creating the tension, because then you are ignoring the people who are already with you, and then you are not recognizing them, and obviously it is creating distances when you are in restaurant and you are still on phone, when you are at home and you are eating, but you still feel that you are not connected.
Thanks, Kushbu, for sharing that insights. My next question will be, from your perspective, where is the line between technology being a mental health support tool and becoming a source of harm or dependency? As we know, like everything has pros and cons. If it is used in a proper way, then it is helpful, giving positive impacts. If it's not being used in a right way, in a wrong way, then it can be harmful as well. What are your views about that?
So I think in that way, smartphone has introduced a good application which is giving you an idea about your dashboard, how much and what you are using. So I would suggest everyone to use that kind of status, that how much time you are spending on which application. That gives you a mirror an idea that if you are spending a lot of time on, let's say, TikTok, which seems that you are not doing something which is related to your work, which is related to your profession, probably, if you're not an influencer. So if it is not related to your work, and if you are spending a lot of time on that app, so there are so many influencers where TikTok is a bread and butter as well. So it is, I think, individual to look upon that which application they are using, whether it is related to their work, whether there is something which they have done something productive, or they have spent a time which is unnecessary. And that will give you a reflection and a line that, okay, from uh, if I'm spending on unnecessary apps 3 hours, 4 hours, and my line is showing red, I need to stop it, and I need to ensure that it is something which I can control, and put a timer on it, create a line for yourself, and then create a productive way of using your smartphone and applications.
Oh, that's great answer to my question, Khushbu, with the good insights. And my next one will be like artificial intelligence, and since you are AI innovator as well, is increasing used in therapies, mental health apps, emotional support tools. What are the biggest opportunities in that regard and ethical risk you see in this shift?
That's a wonderful thing, and I'm glad that you have asked that question, because nowadays most of the apps are using AI, and I think it's not because of sometimes they feel they need to, but they have to. Like, they just want to show that we are using AI. If I talk about therapies, there are so many therapies where AI has been used in terms of doing your skin analysis, hair analysis, and if you want to see some of your health vitals and everything. I would say that these analyses are really good, because from just from your face analysis, just from your image analysis, it can tell you the initial score, that whether your skin is good, whether your hair is good. And let's say if you there's a face heart kind of app where if you go, it can really talk about from your eyes, and from your some of the movement of your breathing and everything. This kind of app can tell you that how your sleeping patterns and everything could be. So these application using AI are really giving you good insight, so that you can understand that which product will be good for you. So let's say sometimes people don't know that they have curly hair or coily hair. So if they are confused, these apps are giving them that kind of education, that what does it mean from the different terminologies, and which products are good for you. So that's where I will say that AI is really helping, but at the same point of time, where it has to create some kind of guardrails and boundaries, where you are talking and where you know that someone is talking you sensitively. So we have seen certain cases which you might have heard into the news as well, where young people are sharing their pain or feeling that the AI companion, which is as part of the certain apps, are giving them the right advice, and they are sharing all the pain with that with that app, instead of their family members, instead of telling it to their parents if they are getting bullied, or if they are tense because of the education or the pressure of their jobs or anything. And if that app is crossing their boundaries and not understanding where the person is really talking something harming it, himself or herself, and instead of stopping it there, sometimes we have seen that it crossed their brown boundaries and supported it. So we have seen certain such news which are really sad, and that's where it has been advised to put those guardrails on certain apps so that it can understand where they have to stop and where they shouldn't cross the boundaries.
And Khushbu, you have spoken about many AI tools, especially the apps which are helpful for the community as a whole. So, in regards to anxiety, stress, or mental health, can you suggest any app or something about that scenario?
Um, in terms of the anxiety, there are multiple apps, like I mentioned, which are help. It's not just, it's not like removing your anxiety or stress.
It is more about like you can evaluate yourself, and if you see like the apps you sell, like from your eyes, yes, you can see like what your health is good, wellness is good. So overall with that app, so yes, it can give you some bit of idea. Yes, your wellness is not going on a right track and anxiety is creating. So then person can speak to their general practitioner or some specialist about that regard. So thanks, Khushbu. And now we move on to the next one. Looking to the future, how can we design technology that support human well-being without disconnecting us from each other and ourselves, because technology is taking some time us. You have already spoken about this, like if you're sitting on a dining table with a family and still people are on phone and neglecting the people who are with you. So what do you have to say about this?
Yes, so that's a very interesting one. And what I would like to say that whenever we are creating a technology, obviously we have to see the purpose of it. And there are number of technology, there are number of innovations which are happening into the sustainability side of it as well. So there are companies who are using AI in terms of understanding that how much carbon footprint they are producing, how much energy they are doing let's say they are creating products, so how much carbon footprints or effect they are creating when the product is coming into the market. So when the technology is there, I think it's upon the person who is using it how they want to use it. So I will give you just one example that when dynamite has been innovated, um the person has got the Nobel Prize for that, Alfred Nobel, right? Because he has created the dynamite just to remove the hurdles, that if there are mountains and if someone would like to create the street, and they feel like okay, mountains are the biggest hurdle and how the dynamite can blow it up and then they can efficiently create these streets or the way for the people. But if you look upon, certain people have created a negative impact of it. So whenever you create a technology, I think when we invent a technology, it is always with a greater purpose and with a mindset of that we really want to use it for a right cause. But certain people will always find a way to misuse it, and that's where the problem starts coming up. But in the same way, I will say that whenever you create a technology, whomsoever is creating that technology is always have this in mind, that whether it can be used in something which could be very harmful, and where we will see a lot of loss in terms of any kind of war of or human life. So that's where even drones, I will say, it's not about AI, drones. And you have seen that wars are using drones as of now. So, and then same drones are delivering food at home.
No, you're right. Like technology, if used in a proper way, in an efficient way, it can do miracles, and if used in wrong side, so yes, it can create issues as well. Khushbu, thank you very much for sharing so beautiful insights in terms of innovation and what's going on with artificial intelligence. Thank you very much for your time and wish you all the best. And we'll speak to you again sometime soon with more innovations and to discuss about what can be helpful for the community.